Okay, thank you for joining me again, and now I'm going to do this next step. I just finished seizing this shroud line pair, and the as you can see, this is really kind of stiff because this has been seized only up to this point. So you're thinking, well, how did I figure out how to measure this length? Well, underneath here, if the video camera can swing a little bit underneath, you'll see that I have some other seizings that have stopped. Before I seized this, I wrapped this around the mast, and I just took a little Sharpie pen like this and just marked off where I wanted it, the beginning end and the ending end, and I just marked that off. Now I want to say that, you know, this could be kind of, I debated in my mind if I actually wanted to video this because, you know, it's kind of a little bit time consuming, and I wanted to break this down into just a few steps. I'm not going to show you right now how I'm going to rig this whole section. I just want to show how I'm rigging this part or seizing this around this particular mast. And you can see, hopefully by this video, it's really kind of difficult to see, but I've got different layers here where one pair comes down to this set of dead eyes, and the other pair wraps opposite and goes to the other side. And I'm not claiming to be an expert on this. You know, this is my very first very large ship to work on. The first ship that I worked on was the wooden ship, was the Sultana. But this is the Trinidad. It's the first ship that I've come across that I felt like I wanted to take a little bit extra measures. You know, it doesn't take me just a few extra minutes to put a little bit of extra effort in it. Kind of adds a nice touch to things. But very quickly, I'll try to show this. You know, this can be kind of a nerve-wracking thing to do because trying to remember that I'm videotaping this, and I got a little bit of help from the Admiral, and she's taking the video, and I'm just going to take this and pull this through. Now remember that I do not want any of this to happen. I want to make sure that this goes to the leading dead eye, and I want this to go to the trailing dead eye down here at the bottom. And the video can just kind of pan down to show where this is going to tie off right here at these two dead eyes on this channel. Okay, so let's go back up here. I want to make sure that my seizings match here, and just kind of do like this. And what I'm going to do is feed this back through this tree. And like I said, you know, with this beeswax on here, it really makes things easier to work with because it's real stiff. And making sure that my seizings here are identical. And what I have here is I have a little alligator clip, and to keep, what I did is I took this alligator clip and I just sort of ground the teeth down so it won't snag into my seizings that I worked so hard to get. I don't want those teeth to get into anything. So like I said, this could be kind of a gruesome thing to show because you're really trying to be careful. Trying to concentrate on the video again. Okay, so I got the two pairs coming down, making sure that my seizing pair is correct. Okay, now here's the crucial part. I got this this black seizing line, and then again, this is about 0.12 millimeters. I measured it with the calipers, believe it or not. And this is kind of a polyester line. I really honestly don't like it, but what happened is I got started with it and I realized that I liked it, but I didn't like it, but now I'm stuck with it, but I had to finish. Okay, so where did I get this? Well, the camera's just going to stay on the project there. Just in a local hobby store, picked up this bag. As you can see, it's got various colors in here, and I just picked out the black. And again, I wanted to run this through some beeswax. This has not been through the beeswax, so I'm just going to kind of take this and run this through. You see how the beeswax, the string is just cutting through there. And you know, you really want to just keep running this through time and time again. This polyester line, or whatever type of string this is, really does not like the beeswax, but like I said, once I got started and didn't really think too much about it. So I'm going to try to take my fingers here and really smooth this out. And what this black is going to do is going to seize this pair of shrouds. Take a pair of scissors here, just kind of cut this off. This is what I'm going to use. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to kind of start right here, and one thing before I do, this is very important. I'm going to take my little marker here. I'm going to come underneath, and I'm not too sure if the video camera can show this. You can try to point the camera down and back underneath this tree. I have some seasons of the shrouds that's already here. I don't want the seasons to get beyond here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little mark on here, and what that will do is that will show me about how far I'm going to go. I don't want to go any further than that. Okay, as you can see, I have marked the distance. So really the only thing I need to do now is, I think, pull this gently back out, making sure that got a little beeswax stuck on there. We're going to start seasoning this, and I'm going to try to run this around here like so. Okay, I'm just going to tie this off about right here. I've already made my first mistake, but that's alright. I realized that I grabbed the wrong line. I actually grabbed the brown. I'm just going to kind of cut this loose because I do not want that color. Here we go. Like I said, there's always going to be some mistakes and mishaps when you're trying to videotape something live. And of course, you're trying to videotape something live, and you're hoping that nervously everything kind of goes okay. Okay, now I got my first tie here, and what I like to do is I'm just going to take this excess. I want to see if I can hold that up there, and here we go. I'm going to try to start, once we get this started wrapping, you see it's really not all that bad. kind of have to hold it with your hand, and once you get a little bit of this started, you can see I've already got some of it started, and just getting it started is 90% of your battle. I don't know if you got enough light here or not, but now that I have it started, I can just happily just keep on just wrapping this black around like so. And I don't think that I'm going to videotape the entire process of doing this, because it's kind of long and drawn out. The purpose is, as long as you sort of get the idea. And some of you are probably thinking, well, this might not be the way you're supposed to do things. Like I said, this is my first large ship to do, and I'm sure that some of those out there may think, you know, what is this guy doing? He's doing this wrong. Well, you know, I'm not sure. I'm just like anybody else, just trying to learn and, you know, just do the best you can. So we're just going to stop right there, and then I'll pick up later where I finish it and tie it off, and I'm going to bring it through the tree opening. Thank you, and come back again.